Alright, so here's a video that I've been meaning to make. And like I said, always about life insurance. I be telling people most of the time, get their life together. You looking at stuff for your kids and pretty much just showing how easy it is for me. Try to look at the top uh, places to do your actual. Go ahead and put in my birthday. It's not a real secret of my birthday, but I mean, well, you can see it, 82. Weight, height. Go ahead and stick all this little info in. Yeah. 6. All right, then go through. Yeah, male. All right, then it goes down to, simply different quotes from these different companies, comparing the prices, and area code, which I stay in. Go ahead and put that. And pretty much Ladder is a new company that just came out. I know for a fact. This IQ, I think this more along the lines of health, life insurance. One of the main companies I went to when I first started. Another company. And Select Quote. I got a good quote from them. And let's just go with Ladder. Let's just do a little rundown with Ladder. Basically hit the start. Go through these questions. Yes, yeah, you gotta end up doing it all over again. Okay, there you go. Okay, there it goes. Alright, weight, height. They ask you, do you smoke? No, never really smoke. Birthday, hit it again. Condition, no. Nope, that I know of. Don't want to put this up there. I don't want anybody to know how much I really make due to the fact that I do a lot of stuff. And number of kids, 4. Pull that down too. Now, this is interesting. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Looking at and quite sure seeing where it says, term. That's what you want to look for. There's 3 types of life insurance. You got the actual whole life. I think I have it on my board over there. I can pull it up. No, I didn't actually put it on my board. Got a board I've been working on as far as like things I've been doing at the investment club, Imperial 10. I work with them. Actually started with 2 other guys, and it's been going along. We getting everything down packed and putting it out to a lot of people, getting their feedback and see what's going on. Cause about to launch it and everything. Well, we already launched it, but not really more of a soft opening to everybody. Let everybody join in just yet. Just working out some kinks to get more information out there before we start letting people go full throttle with it. I mean, but you can join at any time. Looking at the term, you got 20 years. So right now I am 37. If I were to join and do a 20-year, that'd be let's go to the, well, ain't gonna go to the calculator. People should already add math easily. You know, that's 57. And at 102, so you're doing 102 per month, going into 12, very simple math. Times it out, 20 years, very simple math. That's what you'll be paying in the course of 20 years for this policy that pays out dividends of $1 million. But the thing that I tell most people, try to go for the extension, which is 30, but look how much it is. That changes perception now, because you're looking at 182 times 12 will give you that times 30. And look at the big difference, you know. You got from 24 to 65. But then it still gives $1 million policy. Seeing that, you know, me being 37 and doing the 30 year, I'll be 67 by the time this policy, you know what I'm saying, if I were to live that long before, you know, the crazy part with term life, once you live the term, then it's basically like you got to restart, drop more money on it because you lived the term out. So it doesn't really pay much if you live the term out until if you die before, but my understanding, if you die before, you get the whole meal. You know, once you start living the term out, they want you to actually pay more money because that's how they benefit. So the term life is cool to a certain extent, but your best bet is looking at stuff that's more interesting. Okay, now that I have the questions, you know, any of these things I'm gonna be doing extreme, you know, looking at closer hang gliding, scuba diving, any of that stuff within 2 years. None of these, you know, traveling outside the United States. I do see myself, but at this time I'm gonna put that pilot, flying, studying, nope, none of that crew, anything. Last time smoked marijuana, greater than most people, never used it. And definitely nothing convicted, charges. I mean, look, goes through the line. Moving violation. Just put one. Yep. Nope. Pretty much the same. Diagnosed with anything, hospitalized, problems, stomach, joints, disorder, none of the above. Nope. 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 No. I mean, pretty much you're seeing everything as I'm going along through this too, so just kind of being more quick to go through the process. And right here, when you start going through this, that's when they actually start putting more of your information, the actual name, phone number, address, all that, because they're going to be blowing your line up like crazy. So my thing is, if you don't want the insurance, people calling you like that, don't actually do it until you're ready. Here's another company, go through the same process with them, you know, go through the whole schematics of everything else same too. I mean, they pretty much all fall along the same line. It varies in price according to, you know, if you do a medical exam and if you don't do a medical exam, and so forth. State by state varies as well due to the conditions. No, nicotine products. Oh, thought I already put that up there. All right, cool. All right, now this one only offers a 20-year term, and see, this one's at 5. Let's go to the million. See, now the last one we went through, It was $102 for a 20-year term, and this one for a 20-year term with $1 million coverage is $113. So you're looking at almost $11 difference out of that from the other plan. And pretty much I want $1 million coverage. That's why I'm always hitting $1 million now. Got close to about a good amount now for me, but I just pretty much want $1 million policy. So push come to shove, won't even have to worry about none of this stuff when it comes to my kids, And so basically those are little things that when you're going through these policies, they're going to want from you. And you're looking at the numbers right here. Me and my friend, we were joking around and messing around. I mean, you look at this, like 102 a month. And with me, I got about a couple of policies. So, and then pretty much we was talking and he was like, man, the money that you paying for a policy, you can actually get you a car without the insurance per month. And like I explained to him, I said the longevity of all this. I mean, if I would have saved the money, like I got one partner, he actually is putting money in the bank versus getting a life insurance policy, and he's going to use the interest off the money and accumulate the wealth as like this versus getting a policy, which I have technically all three forms of life insurance. I have the whole life, I have term life, and I have universal life insurance. Universal life insurance, the best. What is the name of that company that everybody they try to get them? Prime America. They introduce people to the term life and everything, or just throw them in a whole life scenario. But the universal life is what they aim them for after so long. So after they give you a 20 or 10-year policy, they kind of kick you into that universal life, which is the best policy because, you're kind of working off the market. If the market's doing good, your insurance is doing good, and if the market's doing bad, it kind of counteracts because it don't take from the market and it doesn't drop your money like investments do with stocks. It just basically just ride the wave of the market. As long as the economy's doing good, it kind of puts money into the dividends. Mainly like, let's say your insurance company that actually invests for you, just like Acorn and all those do. But the good part is you're not losing money if something was to happen. So let's just say the stock market tank right now, everything goes down, we go to a recession. You're not losing money. The money that you're putting in monthly is just going in to actually help you along the way. And when the economy starts to build back up and boost back up, that's when you're actually getting the money back into the market, and it gives you more yield than what you're putting in. So basically, a lot of times I tell people about these different insurance, and I try to inform people because, that's something I'm looking into because I got kids, and I try to tell people the same thing. If you got kids, man, you want to build a wealth because what I'm recognizing, I'm knowing about certain, people, and what they do is they kind of build wealth with their family along the lines of this way. Other ways are just buying properties and everything, assets and all. But the biggest and easiest way of doing it is just getting you some life insurance, man. Not only for yourself when you die, but to actually get it for your kids, man, to where they can actually, have something to grow on. Even just like my older kids, my younger kids as well, they all have life insurance on them just in the case of any issues that they may have that, they're going to be taken care of. Versus, with other people, something happened to their kids, they put in GoFundMe accounts. That's one of the ones that I've actually kept and I'm going to keep for a long time. It's relatively the cheapest insurance that I have out of all mine. It's insurance on me and my kids. It's $10 a month extra just for my kids on my policy. And they're all covered $10,000 a piece. So I mean, it's technically good speaking that if something was to happen to them, I have at least up to $10,000 to bury them. Pretty much, if it boils down to me, I have my kids cremated as the same as me, because I really don't foresee nobody looking at my kids in a casket laying there dead. It's the same with me. I'm not doing that, so I'm not gonna have my kids subject to that too. And so just basically giving you guys a little tips and pointers on how I look at all this with the insurance. I'm gonna try to put more videos up about this, and just little rumbles and rants that I always do as well, because technically need to put more videos up, not just to build my channel, just a lot more to keep people informed too, because stuff like this, I was looking at this week and hearing about the chicken sandwich rant and all this and other things, but I'm like, everybody's complaining and talking junk about it, and I'm like, where's the solution? Like, who's putting it out there showing that, hey, no matter everybody's over here doing this, we need to go do this. Guy BGS, I look at his channel a lot, and pretty much he drops a lot of knowledge and, just informing people on a lot of things, just understanding the way things are working now and which direction you should be working towards or living your life. And, that's why I try to preach that to my friends and, not more or less just leaving them behind. I mean, we say pulling teeth and nails. I know they don't want to do it, but I'm kicking it to them anyway, because eventually it's gonna break through where you get it. One of my friends, he kind of did that to me. I pushed him to the side. Really didn't think it was that serious, man. Just kicking him to the curb about all this stuff. And one day I just woke up and was like, man, I need to stop bullcrapping. This guy know what he's talking about. Just don't really want to change my life onto doing. I mean, it's a lot of other stuff I'm gonna do, like in business wise. Like working with my hands, so I don't really like office jobs. I mean, I've done them before, boring as crap, but I mean, the way the economy is going, I'm looking like I'm gonna have to change up and do it. It just, I'm gonna have to do something to better my time, or keep me motivated, because everything is going technical now, and my occupation that I'm in now, I'm good making money with it, but I know once everything goes more technical, the older I get, probably before my lifetime, after my lifetime is over, everything's going to eventually go computers. I mean, probably at my older age, but right now I'm trying to set myself up. I've been telling my wife she needs to go ahead and finish up doing what she got to do, so I can go ahead and get started with my different programs that I'm doing. So, like, I encourage people to, think outside the box, man. Start saving money, putting money to the side. Like I said, big thing is looking at this life insurance. I mean, you're not doing this for yourself. You're doing this for your generations to come. Like I said, with me getting that $1 million policy, my grandkids will think I'm rich. I've left my sons, grandkids, so much money into that policy, they'll think I'm rich. It's not even just that. It's just I'm foreseeing the future, and if I'm going to have my family not be in poverty, I want to take those steps into making a better future, because I was listening to a show and a guy was saying that it was a gentleman had $4 million policy, worker, rough, blue collar, working with his hands or whatever. And guy goes out, get the $4 million policy and dies. And he lives in a trailer park. Family moves out the trailer park, buy a nice home, with some land. They take care of it. And they all stay in the house, living with each other, and, just pass it throughout the generations to come. That was the whole the goal inspired by this guy who decided to get that big old policy. So even if the kid screwed it up, can't really blame it on him, because he actually tried to give his kids and his family and the generation after a better future. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off, because I'm about to get ready to hit this clock, and we'll go from there. All right.